Honorable Adams.
Yes.
You share it.
No, correct.
The last time you share him said TV, so right? You share you. Let me be able to there.
Well, Yamidie, why any fadi? Yeti heya. Yeti make us say, Nenu Chesen, ya ono se oye no waye. Na akamia abaya yedi to me a shen and san ose ono suye. Yebeka say, Bibia, say, mebano, me imagine say, metie. O program kakra
yes ansan we do
enu mi aye koso wo ho no edidase say obi abre esi ni dan abra no si ni dan na bibia okay na aban ye na adwen say me ba be ye ejuma ye wo ho na wa say ne property amana ontumi ntina wo say utu free ho ebinum wo say omode omu fridge esi table so isu to kakra wo say oman mpa no so odisi ni fridge so and so on and so forth bibia omo ye ball omo training we report so eka bibifa nkoko stadium na e wo ho dada produce talent now uko share but we waju say uko akoye hu bibi na waja ya to ho that is the situation all over the country now so ye ka no so esuro na ye den eko the debt and almost hitting 600 billion says here from 120 billion in less than 8 years we are hitting 600 billion which are when you hear benkum ni nfa unhuni a omodi aye so enoni the challenger otherwise the yankopon ye waye ni o say but things are really tough. Things are very 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 tough. Look, yen this situation nanka maybe we won't cry we grow keseno and a water feel this situation but akwama even in Croatia the economy is just local agri base. Go to your farm, harvest your something, come in your motor no kakra says here account the situation akwama account. And for us as members of parliament, we are the main persons ye go down to the very local point.
Intimu feel pressure.
You feel pressure no. Any other person between me akasa, any other person beyond omo omote onu can say me onu beka yes. But we members of parliament, ye ko da ebi ohokura who chief executive. This is chief executive, municipal, metropolitan. Baby, a member of parliament who be kono ono kra here then untumi nko onko. Because most of them no and yes say to aba and a yedi one, even though they are supposed to be in charge of drivers of development but who be ko you feel it, you relate with them, you interact with them, and you know what is happening. And yet
okay me that's the way intro Dr. Trevor
intro way there me say honorable intro way there which we say strategy intro pa but the as me I said the honorable akano yenu anom mo afane de sebe de ye be ye bia so many or ballooning debt say hu hwe yanko educational section masa so ye nia wo kroma wonam kwan enese ye kasa me firi am kosunyane ye twa kwan udu bankra ye bypass ukọ pokuasi ya chese ope akwan aban a waye akwan e wo krom ha aban bi antimi nto yen
ochira nyame ya adom a the central business district district of Takoradi.
Yes.
Takoradi city.
Which me my ejuma ohoda.
One more year demonstration.
But no problem.
The nature of Takoradi roads, which I have experienced myself.
Senior, the nature of the Takoradi roads before Aban we beba. Eya adwem pa ye de interchange no we runabout.
Yes.
Ekwa connect kwesi
sa interchange ni say akozi saying.
Offer.
I mean anything.
Adwuma ne dia sanet ye. Adwuma no ekoso kakra. Ufa free per grant.
Yes.
Ekwa ye the dualizing road no efra akofa takotel anim afefia kwanta anim akofa ni hoya kopie esipon.
eye bibi na esi bibi, but a basic kwan ne investment in road and any other sector of this economy. Me honorable, me am say ba kope. Won't mean can the opes work no. Ampara. Really? Eye okay. Say owo afananti. The so ka bia gu aban hu fidie obeka. But aya yemfa share in perspective. Ni enka ne say de tie. Takradi demonstration them offer demonstration there you'll be all right. You will chroma no mkoye ba ako face the country koye wan demonstration there any problem. But any more mo share chiri. Which is okay. Any more mo share chiri.
Ayin for na share chiri.
Bra. Yenim.
Ayin for.
Omo no mti ai. Omo no mti ai. Me say me my adwuma Takradi 10 years. I worked in the regional hospital. So I know the dynamics of Takradi. Tenya abontin su ni bi na mete na America.
Enti demonstration on bay no china no NDC for na church. Is that what you are saying?
You can safely assume so. But that's not to discredit the people say omu ni a mind of their own. But the propagators and instigators no ye ni momo. But it's okay. Once you follow due process. Ekwaje permit public order act and SRDH no it is okay. And this is what the government stands for. To let the people feel free and express themselves. Yen kan she you kroma am demonstration ye bruni pakuom. E wa ban for France. But anya no panya no ntina ya ba ye beka. We dey opening remarks.
That's right.
But ye see ya digi etu yi. Ni e kan say de tie. Bible so de onim papa wa anya no e bonema no. Onim de oka. Sa ban bia anywhere de education. What this ka shema bon ho ka. Say BMDC na teso na ka COVID ban ka yewu. Ka Ghana asa. Ka family plan ye be jai because your population be dwindle say see yewu gum. Ka your population your youth base na. Ka ba na kan ko ka mu kure asa. Ke baby I say Japan and other countries and kokora na mbere one doors one ho be kire. Our country in the future.
For welcome remarks this so Adom 106.3 FM. You be say enkomo no ase honorable measure say free also. There's this issue I'm person na pay your be 1 hour you deal with. Minority raise issues with what you term colluding buying any Bank of Ghana one person or more account madwini boom na one more eton ADB and NIB that issue has been on and minority for majority for so the response by but my mention say free what have you seen at the end of the day na mahunu enti abu make these allegations my mention say free
well me ya me da se we mu say Dr. Kasa no me de mensa esi see, me sure. Oh yeah, me one. Seriously, I was shocked.
Are we speaking to the
I was shocked.
Really?
But me cafe. Muso, moko People's Forum. No, we sure say People's Forum for more mu pie ba ye no.
Yeah.
NDC for NIA arrange one. Entina Fantia kwa North. I say for. All this while, ye to Obama MPP no. Omuhu mia ekoso ewo ho. Abandon no mu pages. And also NDC for ye na ya arrange on say omun konkoka. Allow. Me nkrofo etie na omuhu. Muso program na amkoye no. Ye na ya arrange san nkrofo no say omun konkoka. Medasi. No kure enura mitie majority chief whip
Honorable Frank Anodompre. Yes.
I would have wished say ka na mintia say opese oye press conference keke. Na yenti say ono so wo ho. Because clearly Wambekashi, beyond adding to what the minority and the ranking member of the finance committee, Obeka previously, he was actually agreeing with him, but end up describing say, politics. When you, the chief whip of the majority side, and I will be some responses, instead of say ube jayama say bank no say Ministry of Finance and omumba beye omeka nya omunim tie ye press conference na ye ranking member Honorable Isaac Adongo eye hu adwuma no was captioned resolving the liquidity and recapitalization challenges of NIB, our nation's pride, the minority's perspective. And the media utia, the focus of yen press conference 28th of September, almost about a month ago, was to what? To resolving the liquidity and the recapitalization challenges. We want to deal with the situation confronting the NIB. But in order to, we have invited you here for this press briefing to share with the people of Ghana, through you, our alternative perspectives on how to resolve the liquidity and recapitalization challenges of NIB Bank for Ghana to comply with the IMF Extended Credit Facility EFC program for a strong financial sector. We were concerned about a kwaya yebe faso to be able to say yebe recapitalize NIB. One, the proposals we bring and we earlier raised concern, say the cleanup exercise Bank of Ghana you see a very highly expensive process and adapted. So much. Banks now less than 9 billion to recapitalize and be able to stay functional and keep employment and continue to render services. The over 25 billion and people lost their jobs. General managers, accountants, banks, adani that's the state of many of them. Some have become taxi drivers, some have become all kinds of things. They have tend to be what? Beggars, struggling because of process abino adapted. And that is why we thought, say, NIBDA the World Bank and the IMF has been on government's heels, say, making sure, say, the recapitalization of NIB a part of a key thing also towards the various programs we give them proposals. Say one. Earlier, Yedi say NIB Nankasanso Ewo shares be Ewo Nestle about 24%. And we stated it in our presentation. We stated it clearly. Now Ewo say Omo because the biggest problem the issue of what? Recapitalization. And near Adongo Kayano, the NIB's biggest problem is that it is suffering from capitalization deficit of 2.4 billion. However, a casual review of NIB's balance sheet shows that a restructuring of the balance sheet can generate in excess of 2.75 billion to wipe off the 2.4 billion and leave a free shareholder fund and equity of about 350 million towards recapitalization and total cash injection of 2.8 billion. So clearly, this was a minority and a ranking member positioning and professing proposals ama bank na ye den ejina ne nan so. Say this proposal ewo ho. Now, for example, the finance ministry decided to do otherwise. You see, one, NIB 24% shares now, ewo Nestle Ghana, no, omo acquire no at the cost of about 50 million. Ache, omo ye na ache. In 2008, no, omo ye the nominal value to be about 500 million now, as at 2008. And Tinyayeka and say, sa shares no crown. Ye ton at the 450 million ebebre NIB immediately. Even say ye fan okra say the 2018 value should remain. Cry maybe appreciate ye kra biuma, but we know it would have appreciated even more. Ye ton nka ye benya 450 million to as part of the injection. Now so again na abain decided say obey abain ekoye sa de no under onune sa farm system here or yourself or the year bonds domestic debt exchange program here or mukoye you know ama NIB asa komubium has suffered more senka sikano ye no the way a minority was proposing NIB would have gotten 450 immediately to begin the process of offsetting a car edaho as part of recapitalizing them. Yes, also kabium say yes also loans bia nkrofo agigi edi akwakoye abanye juma aban contract say abaya mahone juma and omababeji loan based on abine promise say uye juma ni wie na wo the certificate ba meet you aka abai entua those contractors over 860 million Ghana cedi and also that why abai na all the contractors ka NIB and na one masankrofo all those facilities and what your contractors no certificates are omodi abrewa ede na ebesi bank no benya ni sika loans na omodi ama contractors no they will get it back and they will be able to recapitalize. Sa de ni nyina no abaya na adwin say omfa nye juma and we thought that the way a man ade iko no kose yenye na ade ni ngu egu ya now, like I say, we have to just offset it. So our concern in addressing that press conference, was for what? Government to look at positive ways of recapitalizing NIB. Chief Whip, Chief Whip, sorry sir, Obabe press conference, or say minority is engaging in politics.
In fact, or say
there's a need to recapitalize NIB.
In fact, or say challenges are NIB families as a result of some 500 million Ghana cedis beer under NDC. Mode Emma non banking institutions be as we speak. Intimi and recover.
Minia, ono niawo kanokra ontiase.
Really?
Financial cleanup na abai no koye ya odigu a lot of institutions they depend on each other no eka ho bi ni na affect NIB in one way or the other enunti na ye say the way and manner that they use the act, the banking act that came into force in February 2017 to do the cleanup was not the way to go. Amwa or minor. And so you cannot just go and look at the book say, oh, they extended this facility to these persons. And what about the contractors? 860 million. I don't know.
But can we also attribute it to the 500 million now?
How can you attribute? Because you've given them, you offer them a facility as a result of buying Nishishia or with Gusa institutions in IB. So how are they going to be able to pay back? So and yet the responsibility of the receiver to deal with such situation now. Now say Obi are appointed as receiver to mean dealing with that situation now. You turn around and come and blame Abaya now on Oho at the time that such facilities were extended to. How will you do that? Wankasa aban a woman contract and yes contractors no omunya ejuma no omaye ejuma no RG certificates me no ka say generally e wo man ni mu no road contractors are owed over 10 billion Ghana cedi. Road contractors 10 billion Ghana cedi they are owed. NIB inkwa sika o more advance to contractors 860 million. So you can imagine how the level of impairment that they will suffer because of who are buying when she share when ye into your contractors. So clearly, na me ntiase ewo the reason intia another preference are press because and they have to recapitalize this thing. He hasn't heard anything about selling the bank. They must recapitalize it.
That is a form of admission. Say Niaman ko your bank no na no ba.
Or admit say Niaman ko ye no say ye bibi, and that's exactly what we were also doing.
Me that say
from the caption of the statement through the entire presentation, we were alluding to the fact say then ye recapitalize the bank and suggesting ways that we could easily do it and free the bank. That's all.
But you could have gone ahead and done that rather than alleging say Bank of Ghana near buying per se one more ADB and
so you must give some indication for them to know, say you know where the game will end if it goes that way. So you better start advising them, say sir or say so on press conference now he accepts say there's a need for recapitalization.
Yeah.
And so he didn't make even a single suggestion. The way to go to recapitalize. We made suggestions. To recapitalize the bank.
Okay, Honorable Medasi, Honorable Kofi Adams, a member of Parliament for Buem constituency now te Nenkano. Dr. Trefo. Nasa mo pese mo ye kana nana mo kabanks mi ni boom na Mouton.
Open statement, I can give it to you.
Mediamano.
Statement. Honorable statement.
Mediamano.
Senior.
Yow.
A tribia through Badaya.
A chessing.
By phobia, who's in the babu.
A chessing.
When you're moyano, a clear. Sir Omonomutima. Sa kwan so no befa de omo suggesting no omo pese omo de to amanfo tirim no se sa na omo pese omo because omo ye bi da nti oni ho no eya also sa na be but MPP aban de bi da yeah sir we all know say enye proper say obi be shada twen ho aboni timpo asay ade a ye omani ni ade a. But in this country, or in business, businesses are normal to go through challenges. Now, when you go through challenges, you look back and strategize. NIBS, problems were. Nena NIB problems were. But I also want to say problems in our own internet. Yambusi. Baby, I do anka. Ni papa mu say. Ye ni abetinase. To afenuni ni anek on mine. John say one is one of our indigenous banks. Then ye be then ye be boa. NDC there. She say na eya say omo per relevance. Inti say jamwa wukura will be fear.
But they've raised very cogent issues. And are these issues for relevance? There be issues.
Yes, they want to be relevant. And nothing and same bia. Bianca, they be crank out there. On Parliament, bit my invite management, no finance committee, bit my invite interrogate, they ran quickly to the press. Sergeant, you see how they may. Have you even called management? Said the same honorable Miss Srao. Honorable Miss who are you man
Kasa the mic off yow the microphone off speak to me
Ediana omo etitiru honorable adongo mo e ba finance they're okay. Honorable Kwesi Ford, okay. They are fine.
It's a lot to force.
To forcing. On my friend, management said, yeah, Ukwaka parliament, yeah, they have that power. Have they exercised it? But our first option is ube jane, aba press, aba release way. Senya adwem boni na way chira, na sa adwem pa any way chira. I would have gone for that option. But yet you honorable don't go and catch it. And ye nim some front in a cracks room. Leadership tassel. Be a person who me bobreni. Ya management finance committee so kasa. Ti wakabi. Nti yesu betie bi. But aban we adwem Paul wo magana fo nti. Sa NIB ne ADB asemi. Ye be so hwe so aka. Yet kroma banks ye gu ye ya ye kano. They supervised these banks. Compliance ne one hwe high in a banks ni nia stated capital and ka wo ne san nyoma man check books no na sa ban bi aba na so wetima ye offer ye bank say yes clean ye bank clean wana ni sika ka mu wana ni sika ana e da o say sika 3000 e da wa wana ni sika yira ye what be la e wo kroma obi sika an yira. Yes, there were job losses, but this is what ought to be done. And we have our banking system intact. And only compliance ne checks ne wahona and NIB their flag about ye raising. Yeah.
Okay. And how does government intend to deal with challenges with NIB? Because minority form they've professed some solutions to the problem.
Well,
yeah.
Solutions no. Solutions. We accept and invite solutions to help the problem. But we post nowadays about solutions no. Money poster emfa. They are very good friends with the more technical guys and even the Minister of Finance, who is very open and accessible. Friend Tembia Oba. Piambeno. So Honorable Ken. The idea. But nevertheless, we will come out very soon with a whole way about NIB and ADB asem Obianka na kuma to yam. Obiasika yira bank no de be salvage bank no ye be because some more other interest. Now talk about 90% way contractors can almost a day NIB no. Tama mo adwuma no mu hwe so tua ya. Yes, I know government a continuation. But tama the man no mo NDC time mo contract no mutua ya nke bia ye nia 90% of that job was awarded by mo.
So okay, 500 million
can was also contractors here.
Yes.
Which banks will be the contractors ka?
Yes.
And I make sure say the NIB there no say yeah the contractors ka no award no adwuma na NDC for na the mo and no mutinam sa time no mutua ka Patrat me gaze. Omutu akan ki ambedu sa balloon. Enti wo monim de omoye. Asa obi suan wasa chia no. Wa hihye adwuma kuro ni me say opesu ofeli. But we have the men. We will do what is right for this country. Na say na Ghana ai free no kuro no afa ne ntoma pefra. Say dia afa efra no. Enti ade ne de NIB de ne de omo kan de omo nto omo omo nko back no omo nko hwe ne yi. But say be ma adwuma na gudi ensi. Enya under the leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Inti we honorable Adams say Mr. Ukwa ka kire Yera Adongo. So on hwehwe mu yi bi no be pe asanfo fronka. Omo mfra parliamentary committee on finance, omo minister of finance, omo management no of the bank. No mum be some pragmatic steps. You have the power. As I know you will feel when you are some in the pew, as some by pew with the about one friend bush and 4 crumb be now and a chicranka. With the ababa and I am not just Adiana Adam Bonnie Wedge. And who be a better mechanic saying, you have the power. Exercise the power. Parliament move to me. Now can say you're free, your papa GP, I'm and say moon used to be moon from Monsamon or Mobeba. No more become based on that. You be who the true colors of what the situation is. But say I say you say ne there. I have been born on the back.
Okay. Right. Honorable Kofi Adams.
Just 2-3 comments on this and
because there was a challenge. Honorable Adom Pre through here and right bra or Kasano or say some minority some more better proof be in terms of management of NIB. Any near board no aya a year wronger. Put it across.
Minia, the first thing cause say another person or Kabibia is to ask whether why for a very long time from 2017 Edeba NIB omuni auditors into me agree for them to be able to sign off their accounts. They have not been able to present almost statement of accounts. They have not been able to. So clearly, Mimano one clarity na akoswa.
Allow, yeah, please.
Even though Parliament has the power to summon them,
please allow him.
He asked me to sit quietly. Then if he said I was standing in front of the classroom before. I want to be presented. No, I said you asked me to keep quiet, and I sat here.
Honorable Pacho, and I will not allow you to bully. I will not.
At this moment,
I withdraw.
Yes,
I withdraw.
Sir, you have to withdraw.
I withdraw. I've withdrawn.
Sir, you have to withdraw.
And I'm saying I sat quietly and watch you.
And apologize.
I said I sat quietly and watch you. So just sit. The advice that you gave me, let's apply it.
Honorable Flo.
Thank you. Press conference here, ranking member on finance committee he did it on the 28th of September.
Yeah.
And I thought if and now 25th October, almost a month after. Senka Obeka Bibia, I thought he was coming to give something very substantial. He didn't say anything. We see contracts were awarded. So contracts shouldn't have been awarded.
No,
contracts were awarded. Certificates were presented after Nipano every office. Mm-hmm. The sources of funds now, still never. You continue to take, you continue to raise revenue, you continue to even add more taxes. When the taxes are for one of the topics are on say taxes be a free system. You would a lot of taxes now then so the sources are now NDC are buying ASA or DBTiano was still available to you and even more. Adentina wuntia. And yes, I count no crown, one my account swire then at the Abafomo. From 120 billion, you've jumped it to almost 600 billion. Evidence was him. Evidence was Ejuma Look, please remember, Ejuma Bibria, Yamma, source funding now, Mokoye crown, they were even taking credits for. And the Omunka, Omupeso, Omeka, and Wasem. Like the Tema motorway runabout project, Japan for and almost sponsor funding and everything was arranged by us. You only came, cut sword and executed, and they executed. The real project from Tema to it was supposed to be Tema to Akosombo, and we had the reason Tia. Yes, I didn't call Tema to Akosombo because there's already existing a water transport system from Akosombo all the way to Debre MBP. And what they call now we use rail from Tema. Now we could do Akosombo. The river transport will now continue all the way to the north. Mobile, because you want to do something other. I must say, rail no kohwa, ebebubu dam no, ebeyese. Now you've taken the thing to Mpakadam, and there is no water transport from Mpakadam into Akwakoye hanging project. Enfam Fasobia presently, as it is, as is composed, Enfam Breye. Until such time, when we are able to create a means of movement from Mpakadan to the when I was so I was telling you say a project and why we sent it to Akosombo and the wrong reason for sending it to Mpakadan anyway. So clearly, no, we hear NIBA. We propose a lot of solutions. Minia, Makebi, you see, government debt, no, totaling about 1.3 billion, yen converting it to them to a bond and give it to NIB, Ebebwa. Yakabium about the Nestle shares now, more the 24% shares now, more yen tono, na yen yasika, enfamfanye den enfamboa. NIB. Just these two processes in Kwa Edisika Bebre then Edibebre NIB. So we want NIB to be alive. We want NIB to stand on its own, not to be swallowed by any other bank. Not to be swallowed by any other bank. And think another preba say Obabe press conference after a month, no. Nanka say the BBA ba. Ikabeboa. Unfortunately, Enyadia or responding to just the next day. Who can say you will order tools? Press conference is part of the tools. Press conference, part of the tools.
Of course, inviting management of the bank it's also
inviting more results. Yeah. Which one get better results?
We had engaged the finance ministry on how to deal with the 24% shares of NIB earlier. And then, of course. But that is why
and what was the what was the outcome?
Doc has not even read our press statement. If you had read, you will not be asking me that question. Because I am saying that
you didn't add the management of NIB. And you think the Ministry of Finance can just provide you all the answers without the addition of NIB for them to speak to the matter?
He's just saying, say, one more engaging maybe sorry, sir. I'm engaging finance ministry. No? What was the outcome? Honorable.
Minia,
yes.
What the finance minister chose to do, we stated it vividly in our statement. We didn't hide anything away from there. Maybe if you want me to read it out for you, I would. Oh, time will hope. You see, instead say, Omobe Tunton sa shares no ama. You use Sikano Edia recapitalize NIB no Edia na Aban Koye Aban decided say or Obeswape Adieno with the bonds. That's what with loans has led to an initial amount of GSU of 860 million of NIB's loan being written off from their books. It is clear that the NIB has been intentionally run down by both physical and regulatory connivance to produce a prey.
Okay, maybe so but honorable swapping the way with bonds, you know.
Say because of domestic debt exchange eba yeninti. Ama buying bonds now or instead say sikano beko or more directly as if you are in the bonds, you know, that money has in a way been lost to NIB indirectly. And ama omu books, you know, are richer and better because of the alternative route finance ministry omu adapted, you know. So we've proposed something that they didn't use. And you say yes, sorry, and I call say you press conference.
Okay,
we have proposed something which was the Sikano Daho NIB and Omukoto shares. And now the shares as of 2018 has been valued at 500 million. And you could have helped them.
Honorable Kofi Adams, there's two comments here about earlier. And this one is for Doctor. Papa Bless, or say, please let the MPP man in your studio know that since yesterday morning, from Takrady to Agunan Kwanta Road has been blocked. No vehicle can go to or from Agunan Kwanta because of how bad the road has become. And I went to say Livingston Asari. Livingston Asari. So good morning, CG. I'm really disappointed in the MPP officials' response to the Takrady demonstration. Is he telling us that that if we see something, is he telling us if see something, say something, assertion made by His Excellency the President does not mean anything to him? It's a long one. Say we are waiting for 2024. His party will see their smoothness level. Okay, anyway.
But the good people of Ghana seeing what this government has done with the constraints that we face. Near if you are Regional Hospital, massive rehabilitation, never ever seen before. 1956 which was a military hospital. Many more. New Regional Hospital, Empower Hospital, in Suayim, Bogoso. I mean, fantastic projects. We are
what for last week Tuesday. Anyway, let's speak to the NIB issue.
By your child, Mr. Honorable.
It is for me to say we are not
what we want to put across is said them kind of retreat. It is okay. And I say it is a normal thing. Say business be beko him. But when we are proffering solutions and way out now, the way NDC fund person omokono and yes and yes kono. They should, as a matter of urgency, invite the management of NIB. Odia some audited accounts now see and sign crown. Odia omo preliminary report in Embra. Whatever it is. Form books in Embra, turnovers and sign money in Embra, and see how best we can. I think we should have a concerted effort and a positive mind in trying to save NIB. Well, but from what it appears, no, on other side, Mpensenpensenmu, now come the Akujina platform so at the politics for cheap political points. But and also there, Yamewa Honkwa or Tesronkwa dear, NC, and no dear NC. No more better baby on Motana Cheso.
May I say, I don't want to. That's
what's
Mama, we have about Honorable Kofi Adams, we have about 15 minutes. The whole week, Akosombo Dam spillage, issue about is a trend we show you super, and I think that Ghana Health Service in some Omoka said they are satisfied that there's not going to be any disease outbreak. You are 100 years affected. But
they are affected indirectly. Yeah.
Okay.
Because a lot of the constituents in Omodo, Isuano, Biakoye, any Krachi areas.
Okay.
Ebinumusu fish farms. Because of upper volta. Because any just spill affect lower volta basin. Mm-hmm. But flooding also affects the upper volta basin. And Tirufa Fantiakwa North in Krubi, Afram Plains, North and South.
Yeah.
Even
and apparently during our 6 a.m. bulletin.
Yeah, Ados areas so Uko Pro East, Uko Pro East, Uko Sene East, Sene West, Uko Biakoye, Uko South Dai, North Dai, Bando, what they call Kratching. Kratchi West, Kratchi East, Kratchi Chumuru, all those areas, the flooding of the dam, affecting all these communities, all the way even up till BP. So, districts are flooding, affecting one, and almost a spill, echo say flooding at the lower volta basin. But come more about more the lower volta basin to say a few communities in Esojamine, any north, central, and south Tohun, any Anwogan, Kitani, Adan areas na lower volta basin. But also affected Bibri, affected a lot of farmlands. Because for Bibri, Fuma Mwadodo, either granite farms, maize farms, a lot millet, Nina Akuko down. Fish farms are so we should be preparing for a serious food crisis situation in the coming months because a hustle main food baskets for some of the food items.
But government response so far.
Well, I'm surprised about their response to saying Yawoka about healthy.
Yes.
As we speak now, more are giving us clear indications. Say in area bebreya na ebi any ho was not being reported at the rate now you're reporting the situation. That's what is happening. There may not have been a major outbreak, but there is a clear increase in cholera cases, any skin related diseases. So Mpensenpensenmu shall say omo kasa seya omo feels like you are just sweeping problems and issues arising out of the spill, any flooding under the carpet, because we are dealing with very serious crisis situation. In Suonokra, there will be a lot of health related situations because this water aswa all manner of things more in Suona for cemeteries, for dead bodies and all those kind of things. Now, saying so far cemetery. No, saying so far cemetery. How can you tell? No. Cemeteries have been consumed.
What you see, I'm speaking to.
I'm
speaking to the issue. People want to project their bodies floating.
Allow me. Then look, cemeteries have been consumed.
No problem.
And once but who has said that bodies were floating? And I'm saying that now what I am saying, cemeteries have been consumed.
Hospitals have also been consumed.
And because cemeteries have been consumed, as at this moment, until say in Suonobeye then Bewenu, you cannot tell the level of devastation that has happened beneath. Because cemeteries have been consumed. And if cemeteries have been consumed and we analyze finally, say, bodies have been moved, and once it contaminates the water, it will stay within the water for a very long time. The upper volta also has been flooded, and some of these situations could also be happening. And in Suono, ebeba be mixed with what is already in the dam, and also and will be released as the production of generation of electricity goes on. They will be releasing it into the lower sections. So even post the spill, you will still be having waterborne related issues. So the health people, we shouldn't start talking that way at all. We should prepare for very serious crisis, the resettlement, the famine related, food related issues, and so on and so forth. Look, Ndwana Mitie man be, he has a fish farm. I'm told he's the largest in Ghana for now. Oh, Bibia, everything is gone. He's lost, as at that time, our year analysis, about 6.5 million Ghana cedi worth of the investment gone, just like that. And with you, we told them to, you think, say, if you had informed these persons, on the investment, when he knows that he could have found a way of moving some of the cages and at least salvaging them. No. They started, all of a sudden, they open. That's the irresponsibility part of BRA. Okay. Any government response, here come Nsem.
But that's it. Dr. Trevor.
But there were other issues I'm much more interested in. We are maybe the last 5 minutes.
Let's allow the host to control the program.
Yeah, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you very much. In all honesty, and it's a tragedy. It's a flooding and yet at the park. Said you all care about Obi investment about. I will never try to downplay Obi bre and answer here Obi kum. Be it as a man, yes, my and yes, I say, ya the Adom Bonibi. And a year, dear Esino. We should all look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture and say, yes, AB and Navia could have found another way, as people are trying to suggest. But at that critical time, which one do we manage? Sir, you better be in Shunama Kwana and Nasi Madam Nebu. Dam Nibua. Ya tia crania, Ebiana in Shuame fine, but you can't be doom. We'll go into an era that we've been there and we don't want to be there, and I'm sure you didn't even wish that on your worst enemy. Now, On that response, government has been magnanimous enough. Day in, day out, not move for no war. There's been a concerted effort. Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, Ghana Health Service, even GMA, Ghana Medical Association, our grounds were trying to bring relief to the people. Inti baby aye dui enye wo se me se ana afenu we se me pete me kwa careless no but ayade say ayade ha ye nia yes ye nia ye boom ni ehwe se de ye betimi de relief abre yen ko mimi krom adoso in price constituency ebi wo ho ya affected inti asam no nye obi asemu ye nia ya asema inti se ye be kan se ye de careless ne bamu pe will lose the focus. But Omampeni afa careless enko e mo na mo twist statement no e dey give Jifagu Mashimo and a twist consistently
one oka about vote
consistently
yen to aba manu na onim say ye beto amanu daachi one oka about vote.
But one statement now
one or the votes call.
You see,
one or the votes.
The mere fact of votes.
Mampeni no ko say.
And na me choose asem na Mampeni kan ye no. So what your statement?
He says you don't vote for me and my party, and I hope you will vote for me and my party in future. Party, then party. Local colors are in
Honorable Adams.
I didn't say you're wrong. Uncle say you're wrong.
Allow.
I don't be sure as studio. Topic na ye kano. Me best me introduce you colors. But you are introducing colors. I am talking about in studio. And I wish that one day Oba be jana mechi no ya wodi mechi akọ mikro mu price akọ to Obama MPP eno na make a kire no obi na me trust colors na me person introduce colors in this subject matter because baby are there can air health which is my field which on here colors.
The more reason why I expect you to speak to the issue.
I mean speaking to the issue on surveillance. So your friend be in health public health if be surveillance. Say I've been for the say it hasn't brought any issue. At this time, or they are speaking in a time frame. But what I'm going to say, from spillage, basin, we have something a friend of system here. You use a friend of DEMS, where all diseases are recorded. Hospital. So from the office, at the regional level, or even at Greater Accra, at national, trend, So they are monitoring the trend. Now, not just at this time, and far increase in some disease in Maya, and not just watching Emba. But with the kind of health practitioners we have in the system, Ghana Health Service in the ministry, they are even prepared for future issues in terms of waterborne disease, dysentery, cholera, typhoid, the system, we are still monitoring the system. If Ombeki statement saying it hasn't brought for now, it is in a time frame contest. For the untrained mind, but emergency response and preparedness. Mama forget to see this same health system and a boy mamu Ebola or Liberia. This same system and a COVID. Was COVID large? Is this spillage and the diseases there larger than COVID? Chroma cholera kunipa 200 da. But so far yanka so be yemeshi and also be problems be air by the people are prepared. Ghana Health Service we are Honorable Okudeto Ablakwa in the constituency. Ghana Medical Association. Supported the relief program. Into the health people it is in order. Their surveillance doesn't tell them say. Nini say so when him say month on year on year this time around unya malaria 20. Na asemwe si na malaria no enko 25 kra. Enya no asemo kan enya no anoka. It is true. Say encourse roye. Even when it goes to ebi abakaso yama shewa, ebi anasa malaria no and typhoid no from 20 no akodu be 120. Then ubetimaka say based on statistics surveillance there's a problem. No intervention. Okay. But we problem on by intervention now all kind of way within a context.
Okay.
It's credit to the Ghana Health Service people. We have district for no more grounds in here. We are still with them. We are monitoring the situation.
We have 2 minutes.
And we'll make the necessary intervention.
We have 2 minutes.
I hope that 2 minutes doesn't go to say honorable. 2 minutes, no?
Yeah, I'm trying for.
Yes, sir. Didn't answer me Kassan we may offer Kassan one.
This is how much they require.
But I'm saying, I dream empower why you person
Honorable Kofi Adams.
I said Honorable Brian Champon dedicated $40 million for the relief of the agri sector. If the government will come to their relief and will help them. Yeah, they are doing pack.
Ghana Medical Association first say they intervene. Unfortunately, Ghana Health Services are here on minor side.
They are on the ground.
Government have shown
they are on the ground. That one now failed. No, the Ghana Health Service has systematically using the system to control. They are in there. They are doing immunization. They are doing weighing. They are doing antenatal clinic.
106.3.